In 2016, Eddie Griffin said, if Trump wins, I'm moving to Africa. Apparently very slowly, because in Trump's 4 years, he only got as far as Van Nuys. George Lopez once said that if Trump won, he won't have to worry about immigration. We'll all go back. George Lopez, still here. And it doesn't look like the migrant traffic is going back. Gosh, it almost seems like the world is full of suffering, intolerance, and oppression on a scale we can't imagine. But that can't be true, because if it was, we'd be protesting it. It must only happen in Israel. And if, for your exile, you do wind up in some comparatively luxurious place like Canada or Japan or the UK, not that they want you, at best, you'll be trading a bunch of stuff you hate about this country for a bunch of stuff you'll soon hate about your new home.
Bill Maher has made a very harsh attack on woke Hollywood and politicians, and it is shocking to watch. Remember those celebrities who strongly promised they would leave this country if Trump got elected? Well, it has been 2 years and they are still here. And Maher did not hold back at all. His words were sharp, clear, and very tough. So, hit that subscribe button if you have not already, and let's get started.
If you run for office in America, you have to want to live here. I bring this up because there was a video that made the rounds recently by a woman who said she was a proud progressive and was running for state representative in New Hampshire, and yet posted this.
Is there a place we can move that people would be happy to have us, that we're not gentrifying or colonizing? I don't want to be a problem, but I need to get the out of this country.
The out of this country? The one you want to be elected to a leadership position in? What was your campaign slogan? America, a shining on a hill?
How many times have we seen politicians, especially Democrats, strongly say they want to leave this country, but they still keep their powerful jobs in the same place they say they do not like? It is a contradiction that is hard to ignore. On one side, they show the country as going downhill, full of problems so bad that they say they cannot handle them. On the other side, they stay deeply involved in its political system, enjoying the same system they complain about. That is clear hypocrisy. The truth is, critics say America is not as bad as it is shown to be. But to make Trump and the GOP look as bad as possible, they often use exaggeration and emotional words. It becomes less about honest talk and more about shaping how people think, making problems look bigger, ignoring strengths, and pushing a story that does not fully match reality.
Now, does America have big problems? Yes, I've often cited the America sucks list. Things like being 54th in the world in infant mortality behind Cuba, 19th in literacy behind Russia, 72nd in female representation in government behind Iraq. A lot of work to do here. And is it possible for a country to lose itself so much that leaving it is justified? Yes, but we're not there yet, not by a long shot, and we don't need quitters. We need people who will stay and fix it. Maybe the problem isn't that America isn't worth defending. Maybe the problem is that lots of people today are entitled whiners who have no perspective and no idea how good they have it.
Maher does not soften his words here. He goes straight in, strongly criticizing politicians who say these things and calling them entitled complainers. And honestly, the criticism makes sense. There is a clear disconnect when people keep putting down a country while also enjoying the benefits of leading it. The truth is, the United States did not become powerful by chance. Yes, it has problems, every country does. But it also has one of the most powerful democratic systems, a strong economy, a strong military, and an election system that, even with criticism, is still seen as an example in many parts of the world. This mix of strengths is why millions of people still want to come there for better opportunities. So when leaders exaggerate its problems for political gain, it feels less like honest criticism and more like planned talk meant to shape opinions instead of showing the full truth.
59% of self-identified liberals say there have been times when they considered leaving America for good, like after NBC canceled The West Wing. I don't get it. You want so badly for every immigrant to come to this country and experience the good life, but somehow it's so terrible you want to leave?
Exactly, that is the contradiction. On one side, many liberals support more open borders, pushing policies that make it easier for immigrants to come and live there, often talking about safety, inclusion, and opportunity. They support programs that make America more attractive for people looking for a better life, showing that the country is still worth coming to. But on the other side, some of the same people talk about wanting to leave the country completely. That is where things start to feel confusing. If the country is really as bad as it is sometimes described, why work so hard to bring others in? And if it is still a land of opportunity, why want to leave it? This confusion raises more questions than answers. And according to Maher, the real reason behind this thinking is not just politics. It is something deeper. And what he is about to say might truly surprise you.
Just like there's a long list of liberal celebrities who swear they'll go if a Republican is elected, and no one ever does. Miley Cyrus once said, "I am moving if Trump is my president. I don't say things I don't mean." Here she is looking miserable, having to endure America at the Grammys last Sunday.
When it comes to celebrities, the less said, the better. Many times, they seem to repeat what politicians say without stopping to think or form their own opinions. When a woke issue becomes popular, many of them quickly support it. When politicians describe the economy in a negative way, they repeat that message just as loudly. It gives the feeling that some celebrities are not really thinking deeply. They are just following along. That is where people get frustrated. With such big platforms and influence, you would expect more careful thinking, more depth, and a willingness to question things instead of repeating them. But instead, it often feels like a cycle where public figures repeat political talking points without adding much of their own ideas. And if you think Maher is finished criticizing them, think again, because he is just getting started.
I guess she flew back from Tajikistan. In 2016, Eddie Griffin said, "If Trump wins, I'm moving to Africa." Apparently very slowly, because in Trump's 4 years, he only got as far as Van Nuys. George Lopez once said that if Trump won, he won't have to worry about immigration. We'll all go back. George Lopez still here. And it doesn't look like the migrant traffic is going back.
You see, critics like Maher say that for many celebrities, the main goal often seems to be making Trump as unpopular as possible. That is what drives a lot of what they say. What surprises people, though, is how differently they react to different governments. There have been times when Democratic presidents were in power and faced criticism from many people. But many celebrities stayed quiet or even supported them openly. In some cases, they still praise those leaders even with clear controversies. But when the topic changes to Trump and the GOP, everything changes quickly. Suddenly, strong words like fascism and authoritarianism are used very often and with strong emotion. For critics, this feels less like fair criticism and more like selective anger, where political bias shapes what is said more than fair standards. And that is the exact inconsistency Maher is pointing out.